Hello students, I am Dr. Chin Srivastava, Associate Professor, SKIT Jaipur. Today we are going to learn how to plot C chart in Excel. So what is a C chart? C chart is an attribute chart and it denotes the number of non-conformities in a specimen, or we can say number of defects per unit. So before establishing the control limits of the chart and plotting the C chart. So first we have a look on the experiment that we have conducted in the quality control lab. So in quality control lab, we have to inspect a lot. So for inspecting that particular lot, we have drawn 30 specimens. It shows the machining operations that has been performed on that particular specimen. You can see knurling defects. This defect, if the knurling is not proper, grooving defect, grooving is not proper, turning defect can be there. There can be threading defect. You can see that this is the facing defect. So likewise, these certain on these certain parameters, we are judging the quality of the uh, particular specimen. So there are the 5 parameters on which we have judged the specimens. So inspected. For finding the total number of defects, first we have to find the defect in each sample. Let's say in sample 1, we can see there are 1, 2, 3 defects. So you have to write 3 here. So for doing this, let's have a look on the calculation table. So what we need to do, so this is the calculation table. So suppose I want to determine the defects, count the defects. So how I can determine? I can use the function in Excel. Countif. A countif function has been used. First I have to give the range. Here to here I have to inspect, comma. Now I can give the defect. Then now this will automatically count the number of defects. So this is come as 3. I just drag it down. So these are the defects that has been obtained. Now for finding the C dash, that is the how many number of the items that has been and the what is the central limit or the control limit. So the control limit of the C dash can be found by the taking the average of the these values. So means there is the total defects, so summation of the total defects divided by the number of specimens that has been inspected. Use the function sum, and what I need to do, it is I just add on this, the last number is the P37, so I can write P37 like this, close it. So this will count the total number of the defects. So this is counted the total number of defects like this. Now this is the sum of it, but I am interested in finding the average. So divide by the total number of specimens that has been inspected. 30. So this gives the value 1.37. But in order to make it unchanged, what I do, because I have to take the reference of it, so I just simply put shift dollar, again dollar for referencing it, so that it will remain unchanged, because when I am interested in finding the C dash, so it will remain same for all the observations. Now this is the control limit. Now for finding the upper control limit, what are the formulas? This shows the upper control limit, because to check whether the process is in control or not, we have to establish the observations. For finding the observations, we have to establish the control limits, upper control limit and lower control limit, whether they are in control or not. So for control, finding the upper control limit, what we have to do, we have to take 3 into square root of the c dash that we have already computed. Put the close the bracket. This is the values that I will obtain. So you can check. We have taken this. We have taken this. This is the c dash. Now for finding the upper control limit, what I need to do? C dash plus this means control limit. I have already found it out. I have selected this plus this, enter it, and drag it down. So this is the values for the upper control limit. Now if I want for computation, that will help in for the computation lower control limit, c dash, then minus, and this is the formula 300 root c. This is useful for it finding. Now this is the values. Now this is the values came for the c dash minus 300 root c. Now I have to find the lower control limit. So what I'll do, I will take the c dash minus, no, so for finding the lower control limit, I have to take the maximum value. I have to select the max function, and which two things I have to compare. Either it can be 0, or if it is negative, so it is naturally if we are going to take the 0. So I can show it in here also if it is positive, so that whatever the observations you can take, if it is positive, so it will take as the positive values. Otherwise, if it is negative, it will pick 0. This formula as so again, what we have to for drawing the chart, C chart, I just have to rewrite the sample specimens, because this way I already know we have taken 30 specimens. So I just fill the series. Now we have inspected 30 specimens. Their control limit, that is the C dash. The values are with us. I can just copy it. Control C and paste the values here. Always remember to paste as values. Upper control limit, this we have already determined, 4.87. I can just copy it from here. Control V, paste as values. Okay, it is showing more than, so we can just reduce the decimals. We have to take only up to 2 decimals. Okay, these are the values. LCL, we have determined it is 0. Again, copy it from here, paste it here. Just values. We have to take the number of defects in a sample. So we will also pick this line, that is C, number of defects in a sample. Count. So this is, we are having this values, number of defects in a sample or specimen. So that is taken here, and it is denoted by simple C. Now we have the values, sample values. We have the 30 sample value. We have control limit, upper control limit, lower control limits, and number of defects in each sample. Now what we have to do, after plotting this table, I just for plotting the chart, I will just select this table. Selecting it, go to the charts, all charts, line chart, pick this. this has been picked, and I can put it here. So suppose this is the chart. This is the chart. Now I can add the axis titles. Okay, so this is the chart. First I will give the name of the chart. So I can write this is the C chart, the C control chart, and this axis title I know this is the shows the samples, or we can say specimens. In our case it is specimens that we have inspected, so it has been the number of defects in sample. And I can also increase the size of it for better legibility. Put it here. I can again reselect it. I can just increase the font size. So this is the C chart, and this is the upper control limit, this is the lower control limit, and this is the control limit. Determine the we have drawn the C chart, and all the observations are in control. So that is so in this way we can easily plot the C chart. Thank you for listening.